with that type of outfit, I thought he was going to get a first round knockout. I'm like, this dude ain't
bro,
playing. But
bro, bro, man. I mean, he just went viral with that. That
yeah,
boy better get paid the next time he fight, man.
for
I mean,
sure.
that was big time.
I have to ask you about he I'm assuming his goal is to like fully unify the division. And when I've spoken to Fulton, when I've seen him in like other interviews and things like that, he always talks about, wanting to get his get back against Inoue. And Inoue does eventually plan on moving up to 126 pounds. It's kind of a weird situation for Fulton where before he beat Figueroa, two of the guys that had belt at 126, he already beat. So you would probably favor him over a guy like Leo, even though Leo's looked spectacular. But if Fulton is to be able to get like become a unified champion, maybe undisputed, one of those two, maybe he is able to get an NUA rematch. Do you think things look differently? Because I know you've also heard him say like, yo, that just wasn't me. Like I just didn't make the weight correctly. He said that time he didn't make the weight correctly, and against Brandon Figueroa the first time he didn't make the weight correctly. So a more,
Um,
you know,
I know him personally, and I know he did struggle real bad to make 122. He don't make 126 easy,
yeah.
to be told, but he, still 4 pounds. I picked him to beat in a way, and I was wrong in the first fight. But it's hard to count a kid out like that with that kind of like adjustable mind. Like boxing is more your mind. The mind lasts longer than the body, and his adjustments is as good as anybody's in boxing,
Mhm.
and you can't count him out in a rematch. And I think that in a way is we don't know how dominant he's going to be at 126. He's not a big guy, so obviously he's a generational talent, and obviously he beat Scooter the first fight. He kind of dominated the action, but every fight is different. Who knows? Let's see. That's all I can say is let's see. I do know this: traveling is a real thing.
Mhm.
Traveling, getting the right foods, getting the right rehydration, your body acclimating to the foods, the climate, the time zones. Japan ain't no joke, bro. That ain't down the street.
Yeah.
A lot of fighters move to Vegas so they don't have to travel nowhere because most big fights are in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Traveling is real, and I'm not giving nobody an excuse, but um, we guys look funny when they go over to the Riyadh season. You know, um, you see Tim Zoo. Whenever he comes over here, he look funny, right? He didn't
Mhm.
have two fights over here in America, three fights in America. He got dropped by Terrell Gausha. He
Mhm.
lost to Fundora, and he got knocked out by Bakram. So traveling is real, whether people want to acknowledge it or not. I'm not saying that's the excuse on why Scooter lost to Inoue, but um, uh, I think that traveling is a big factor in fights when you got guys cutting massive amounts of pounds and then they have to rehydrate and they got to figure out their training regimen when they go to another country or like a faraway place, far away plane ride. So I would be curious to look at the next fight if they were to fight again, but who knows? It probably be a little bit down the line.
Would you rather just see him move up to 130 pounds immediately? He did say that to me a few days ago, like, yo, I ain't staying at 126 that long. I plan on moving up pretty soon. Would you rather see him do that?
Um, it's not what I would rather. It's about what he wants to do.
Mhm.
Uh, I think he looked good at 126. That was his career best performance, and he just won his second world title. But whatever he wants to do is what he want to do. I don't really get into that. 130 guys are a little bit bigger, but he's gonna be a little bit quicker. So let's see. Who knows? I don't know. I do know that I seen him in the gym, and I could tell that he's getting bigger. His body is just filling out, and so we got to see.